And that's where I feel a fabulous resource is the Buzz Conference. This
Thank you.
is this is
Mhm.
where I'm going to be all frank with all the listeners right now. When you're going to a Buzz Conference, this is the real talk you get. You don't get the fluff.
Yes.
You get real people with real opinions, professionals that share their insights. And this is where you come to really learn, not by opening up the newspaper, but by being in the trenches with the people. And that's one of the things that attracted me to the Buzz Conference immediately. And that's why you're thriving. And all I see are sellouts, more
Mhm.
events, which I'm
Yeah.
loving. If we could please share with the listeners some of the
Yeah.
most recent conferences that you held, and
Yeah,
I've,
so
I
we just had, as you know, the conference in Disruption in March, and that was another sold out event. We just had the Queen Bee in Bloom Summit at Liberty Grand. That was also sold out. And we have another one coming up on September the 21st, which is the Blue Summit. It's the Buzz Leaders Under 35. But we do have leaders in our industry who began their careers under 35 and are still thriving decades later, with really awesome businesses serving their communities. We've got some great sponsors so far. We've got some amazing speakers, and we're really looking forward to bringing everybody to the Burlington Convention Center this September 21st between 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. And that will be a big fall kickoff. We look forward to seeing everybody there. Tickets
uh,
available for sale on Eventbrite.
I love how you strategize as far as, there's a conference for everybody, and you're really encouraging people, to come and feel great in their space with like-minded professionals. Like the Queen Bee is a very popular one. How
Yeah.
was that? How was that event born? Because that one gets a lot of traction on social media. I
Yeah.
know it's a favorite of
Just have
yours.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, women have come a long way in our industry. I remember when I started, almost 30 years ago, I was limited to the choices that I had of female-led brokerages. So I ended up choosing a brokerage that was led by a female. But within 6 months, that female ended up leaving and going to the United States. But at the same time, I'm fascinated by our male leaders. I just think for me, I just wanted to have some representation because real estate back then was primarily dominated by male. And I think right now, as per, NAR, the National Association of Realtors and CREA, I'm going to say between 55 and 60% of the real estate population are women. And we do see now more and more companies that are led by women. We have, Joyce Perron, who's the CEO of Exit Realty, Karen Yalevsky, the COO of Royal LePage Corporate Brokerage, Deborah Bain, who owns Remax Hallmark, the largest Remax office for all of Remax Canada, Vivian Reese, Michelle Reese, Nikki Saravalli, and there's just so many companies, and Nikki is the co-founder of Revel Realty, and
Yes.
Meg Little, who owns a Nest Realty. We can't forget our independent brokerages because they are adding tremendous value to our real estate industry here in Canada, and the Queen Bee helps to support those women, and it helps us build networks for referrals, for mentorship, for learning, and just being together and talking about how we create this harmony of success amongst our businesses, our personal and our professional lives. So that's something that we do with Queen Bee, and it's always a great event.
Love it. I love it. Honestly, and again, it gets great traction, it gets great feedback from the industry, and you're making a difference in this world. You're helping others, and
Thank you.
through the Queen Bee. And I'm very excited about the upcoming as well, the under 35, because I can tell you, working with brokerages, working with realtors, that segment, that under 35,
They're
especially
amazing.
they're amazing. But very often when they come into the industry, when I watch them in the first couple of years, it looks like they're just wondering, they're trying to find their way. And then once they
Oh,
get their
they found
footing,
their way.
and then when they find their footing, they explode. It's fabulous. There's the ideas that come from them. And again, they
Yeah.
are the future. And it's really great that you're bringing them together through the under 35. It's coming up in September, you said,
Yes.
and highly
September
advise
21st.
September 21st, sponsorship, attendance. and we know this, Virginia, from experience. Get those tickets early, because don't wait till the last minute, because
It
you're
will
going to
sell
contact
out.
Virginia. You're going
Yes.
to contact me. Oh, I see it's sold out. Can you grab me a ticket? Grab me a ticket.
We get that all the time. Or
All the time.
we get people showing up right at 8 o'clock in the morning wanting to buy their ticket. So that's always a difficult, situation. But if I can mention where doing some great work with that particular event with the Burlington Hamilton Real Estate Association, or the Association of Burlington and Hamilton, and they're creating RAB Talks, which is going to be kind of a spin-off of TED Talks. We've got some amazing speakers that are going to be lined up for that particular segment of the day. So I'm very, very excited.
Wow. Cannot wait to attend.